I remember even being on the stage when RuPaul said, "You are my top 12 children in America." And I was on the road looking down the line like this. Okay. As far as we think that we've, made this great progress with regard to acceptance and equality, there are pockets in the world, and especially here in America, where we have not. I was there in drag, like dressed as Beyoncé, standing next to Jay-Z, who was like, "Yo, what's up, man?" And I was like,
Honey, I got to get this beat, this little at-home beat together because I have the queen of all queens today. Miss Shangela is in the house.
"Well, hallelujah.
How are you?
Child, I'm over here just fully socially distant, locked down. I've been referring to myself as Miss Quarantina Turner, over here rolling on the good river in Paris, Texas at my grandma's house."
Well, you're going to be able to connect with people on a bigger level because, honey, that show last week, how the hell did you get a 6-part special with HBO? That is the hardest thing to do in show business.
Well, I've got a huge amount of gratitude, baby. I got to credit that one to the creators of this show, Steve Warren and Johnny Ingram, who came to me with the idea and said, "Look, we want to take you and 2 of your drag queen homegirls across America, specifically the small towns, to, connect with people, help them realize their best selves. So it's like transformative power of drag. And y'all be putting on a one-night-only drag show." And I was like, in places, that basically never had them before. So
in
I was
Paris,
like,
Texas.
"Oh, yeah, well, I'm from Paris, Texas." I was like, I know what it's like, to be in a small town and not have that visibility, that queer visibility around you, and know if there's a community of support anywhere. So I was like, yes, sign me up. And they have championed this show, out there, and then getting HBO on board. They've been a joy. They even invited us to be consulting producers on the show in addition to on-air hosts, because they wanted the show to have this authenticity to it, and that the drag girls do. And it's just been great to bring this project to life.
In 2009, did you ever imagine that you would be where you are right now because of your craft? Because at that time, we only had one. There was only one. There was Ru, and that was it.
To answer that first question of did I ever see myself in this position, that was going to be my craft? No, I did not. And I'll tell you why. Because at the time, I was working in a PR corporate job during the day. I was doing my drag at night. And I remember getting cast on RuPaul's Drag Race as a baby. I'd only been doing drag 5 months, 10 shows total. And hold
on. There are thousands of drag queens who apply for RuPaul's Drag Race every single season. Thousands. And they pick how many to get in the house?
Generally anywhere between 10 to 12, 13 queens a year.
And you got in 5 months after getting your first wig.
Well, let me tell you, that is not to say at the time was any better than any queen that applied. I just had something that the casting directors thought, she's got it, let's put her on this show. And I remember even being on the stage when RuPaul said, "You are my top 12 children in America." And I was on the road looking down the line like this. Okay. I didn't even know how to put on makeup. Well, everyone's seen my journey, and who have followed me, and I'm very thankful, that my fans stuck with me, like from the time I was like busted babyfish first coming in the door to now being on the new show, HBO show We're Here. So it's been a real interesting journey this last 10 years. But you know what? The only reason that I'm here is because I didn't give up and I kept working hard. I was the first one to go home after season 2, right? And I remember going home and thinking, because I had quit my job to go there, because I thought, oh, baby, I'm about to win this 20 grand and make all my dreams come true.
Oh, I'm about to go on tour. I'm about to get this cosmetics line.
20 grand, because, I was poor fish. So I thought, oh, 20 grand, bitch, that's life. I just made it. I remember being sent home first and thinking, oh my gosh, I just quit my job. Like, do I go back and tell them, like, just kidding, I need my job back? But I thought, you know what? This is something I love doing. I have a great passion for entertaining. I have a great passion for drag. And I remember the reason I packed up my car and moved from Dallas to LA was to work in entertainment, to work in television and film and be on stage. So I said, all right, Shinji, you're going to put your work into this and we're going to make it work. And that's what I did.
It's so crazy because like when you look at drag and you think about it, there was a very small portion of a city who would appreciate the craftsmanship and the performance, but there was a very big part of the world who judged it and looked down on it. You know, how far has drag come since, you started?
Well, I think that's a great question to look at. And then through our show, We're Here, I think you get an insight to that. We're going across America to very small towns, and you see sometimes that we haven't come as far as we thought we had. RuPaul Queen. I've been all around the world. I performed in, 184 cities in 1 year alone and performed on 6 out of 7 continents. I'm celebrating, So going into some of these spaces, and in some episodes, the cops are called on us, for just being drag queens on the street promoting our shows. And it's like, you can't do that in front of my store. I'm calling the police, and they do all that. There were moments where people said they would never shop in stores again that we had been in. There were moments of true opposition, and that showed. You know what? As far as we think that we've, made this great progress with regard to acceptance and equality, there are pockets in the world, and especially here in America, where we have not.
Yeah.
And we have to keep pushing our message and showing up and being visible and being shamelessly proud of who we are and saying, it don't matter, we're still gonna be here. And also the cool thing is, and I think this is, attributed to not only RuPaul's Drag Race, but how many more people in our society are going, I'm not afraid to say, I'm gay and I'm proud of being gay. And also allies that go, and I love her. I love her, and I love that community over there, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And that's what we did. In a lot of these places, you'll find in watching the show, we go in and actually unearth these communities of support where you would never expect there would be communities of support. People who you would go, well, they're definitely going to read the girls. And they did. They actually came out and supported. So
I have to talk about 3 things in your life. I always feel like when I'm a little envious of somebody, it means that they're doing something real good. Like when there's like a twinge of jealousy in the back of my throat, I can clap for you. But I also am like, God damn it, she is doing it. First and foremost, A Star is Born. When you got that phone call, bitch, when you got that mother phone call, because in Hollywood, we have this saying, you don't say until you see. So when you see that script and when you see that set, then you can say something. How hard was it for you to keep the secret that you were going to be in one of the biggest movies of the year? What was that moment like? When did you finally tell people that a star was born?
I kind of didn't tell people because, well, like I told you, I've been in this business for about almost 10 years now. So working to be in television and film has always been my dream. But in doing that, I've had some roles sometimes where I've learned, Mama, you're going to learn to keep that mouth shut. Okay? I'll never forget. I told my mother, Mama, I'm in a new movie called RIPD. Okay? It was with Ryan Reynolds and Jeff Bridges. And in this one part, Jeff Bridges was he was an alien. He was going to morph into me. Shangela,
huge
in drag, and I delivered these lovely lines to camera, all that. So I told Mama, ooh, wait. And when the movie said RIPD comes out, I said, Mama, go see RIPD. See your baby on the screen. Mama called me immediately after the show. She said, baby, you ain't in that movie. I said,
no.
And I was like, Mama, no, you didn't understand. Mama, I'm in drag. That's why you didn't recognize it. And Jeff Bridges is an alien. He morphs into me in drag, and I deliver these lovely lines to the camera. Mama said, baby, I stay till after the credits. You are not in that movie. And so I was so cracked. And I had told everybody, not just Mama, I told everybody I was in the movie. So,
and you know the queens, and you know the gays, honey. We gonna go in tribes, in motherfucking herds to go see that to make sure you in that movie.
You already know. So I got multiple text messages. Hey, I thought you said you were in this movie. So I didn't tell anybody really about being A Star is Born until right after I saw it the first time on the full screen at the London movie premiere. And I mean, I was living that night because, you know, Gaga was there. She looked fabulous. She was in the McQueen, you know, with the thing on the neck. And I was in the look. And I saw her in the carpet. She was so sweet, like, hello, actress. You know, she was a doll. She's a doll. And I had rolled up on Bradley because Bradley was about to leave. And they said, you know, Mr. Cooper is going to film something else. Baby, I jumped in the middle of him in that car. Excuse me, Mr. Cooper. And he was like, well, hello, Shangela. So
you're like, we gonna get this photo. We gonna get this photo.
Oh, I got them. And I was the only one that got one too that night with the two of them together and me. And let me tell you, every scene that we shot ended up making it in the film. Even stuff that I was like, oh, that ain't never gonna be there, was totally in the movie. So I was so excited. After that, I was texting everybody, make sure you see A Star Is Born because I'm in the movie.
You're like, we good. It's a go. It's a go.
It's a go. It was a go.
It was so good. The other thing that happened because of this movie is that you were the first queen to walk an Oscars red carpet in full drag. Shangela. Shangela.
There was so much building up to that moment, that the day of, the night before, because I was invited to go by Mark Shaman, who was nominated for, you know, Best Song for Mary Poppins Returns, right?
Yes.
He's best friends with Jennifer Lewis, and Mark has been a great friend as well for, you know, since I began working as Jennifer's assistant. And they were best friends for like, you know, 40 years. So he was so kind. He said, you know what, you deserve to be here for this moment.
Wow.
And he invited me and Jen to come along with him. And I remember Jennifer said, now listen, we going, but we're going to be extra early, okay?
You sound just like her.
Opens at 1, we're going to get there early because you don't want to be on the carpet and then, like, you know, the big stars more than you, because here you are, Shangela, your first movie, you know, show up and then you're going to get bumped off the carpet. They got to keep you moving.
Jennifer Lewis. OMG.
I'll never forget. And to share that moment, not only being the first drag queen and being there in that moment and being able to say that now, but also to represent for all those queer people, especially drag queens that never thought like we'll get to that moment.
Yeah.
To be a part of that is really cool. But also to have shared that moment with one of my best friends.
Who believed in you.
Can't take nobody with you. Publicists and assistants, and Jen's there holding my gown like, oh, I want them to see all this gown. Get it.
The third thing I want to talk about, and it almost pains me to not be able to reach into this goddamn screen and shake your ass for Beyonceing in front of Beyonce. I
mean, come on. Even I know that. I'll shake me for you. I mean, I'm going to tell you this. When Glad, first of all, I got to thank Glad. Glad really ushered that moment in and helped put it together. When they brought the idea to me, now get this. The awards are on a Thursday, right? This is the Glad Media Awards in LA. I was called on a Friday. They said, we have a great idea. You know, Beyonce's being honored this year, and we know you love Beyonce. I said, I do. They said, well, would you be interested in maybe like performing a Beyonce number on stage, you know? And I said, I would love to, but let me tell you right now, she'll never go for it. On Monday, I got the call. They said, Beyonce loved the idea, and she said she would love to see you do the performance.
No!
Yes.
So now you got 4 days to Jimmy, to shake, to bake, to marinate, to put together a queen-worthy performance.
And listen, they said, yeah, you can just do one song. That's fine. Well, no, baby. No, not for Beyonce. This was a tribute show, okay? This was one of those Divas Live, like the honors. What are they?
Yes.
The Kennedy. I was doing the Kennedy Center honors, Beyonce. That's what I thought in my head. So I said, no, I want to do a mega mix. I'm doing a mail. I called my friend Joella Puss. I said, we got to put this together. And, you know, I've been performing Beyonce since the first number I ever did on stage in 2009 was Beyonce Single Ladies. Beyonce is what ushered me into drag. So in doing that, like, in being able to then honor her, and she was going to be there, like in the room, I was like, oh, this got to be everything. So I called the dancers. I said, we get the choreography. We got to start choreographing. We did a rehearsal on Tuesday, Wednesday.
No.
On Thursday morning, and we did the show Thursday night and got a standing ovation from Beyoncé and Jay-Z. When I tell you.
And by the way, hold on. But wait, hold on. Before you even go there, that bitch don't clap. She ain't standing up at the Golden Globes. Like, if she don't like it, she ain't gonna say nothing. She don't have to clap. I don't even think she should bring her hands at that point because she has made it that far, okay? You got a standing ovation.
Get into this. After it was done, she even got on stage and said, I'm just having such a good night. I didn't expect any of this. I put a run in my stockings because of Shangela.
Shangela, your children are one day going to see Beyoncé. Look, Miss Tina Lawson's daughter. Say to you, I put a run in my stockings because you had me dancing.
And you know what? I will treasure every moment of that. And afterwards, they came to me and said, Beyoncé would like to, quickly say hello. We're going to take you to this private hotel suite where she was taking photos. And she's so gracious and generous. You know Beyoncé, just the doll, the ray of light,
Did you go to the hotel room? Did you go to the hotel room?
Yes. Me and Jennifer, because Jennifer I want to see Beyoncé too. so we were, can you believe in this room about to meet Beyonce? It was crazy. And I was there in drag, dressed as Beyonce, standing next to Jay-Z, who was like, yo, what's up, man? And I was like, yeah. It was there. And she was so sweet. I couldn't have asked for a better moment. And I had all these things that I was going to say to her. I was going to say, thank you so much for the first number I performed. You inspired me with your commitment to your craft. And all I could say was, I love you, over and over and over. And she was like, thank you. Thank you. I love you too. And I was like, oh my God, I love you.
Shangela, you had a direct line to the president of the world of entertainment.
She was so sweet.
Shangela, I literally have to say to you, from the first time I saw you perform in 2009 to today, the 11 years that you have put into this and what you have turned it into is short of a goddamn miracle, bitch. Because in LA, 11 years don't get you. Okay? People grind for decades, but I think people see the hard work and the true craftsmanship that you put in every single time. And I think people just know your character. And when I see you 30 stories high on Sunset Boulevard, it tickles my fancy every day I run past that billboard. I am so proud of you. And whenever I see we're here, I think of myself because I know sometimes when I was young, I didn't see myself on television and I know what that felt like. And for some reason, when I pass it now, I feel like a part of me is on that billboard. I really do. I am so proud of you. Where can people watch We're Here?
Oh, now this is really cool. Not only can you see it on the network every Thursday night at 9 p.m., but also you can go back and watch the first episode. They did a live premiere for the first episode on YouTube. And there's a lot of content that's going to be living not only on HBO's YouTube channel, but also different types of content on HBO's social. So check out my social over at It's Shangela on Instagram and Twitter, and also check out HBO or at We're Here. All those places you'll be able to find stuff. And also my co-hosts, Bob the Drag Queen and Eureka, look at their pages because they post stuff a lot, and I love it.
Oh my God, I love you. And thank you for taking this sip. Girl, I fell out of my chair twice. I gotta go. I gotta step my fish up at this point.
You're gonna be lovely, baby. I love you.
I love you. Thank you so much. Quarantine safe.
You too, boo. Bye.
Bye. All right, you guys, to listen to this whole interview, go to wherever you listen to podcasts, click on Just a Sip and sip this tea. Like what you saw? Hit subscribe. You don't want to miss any new episodes of Just a Sip, and you can catch up on any past episodes. The tea was hot. I'm telling you.